banger. I just got through with that cover last night and the back cover today. So
Oh,
pretty excited about it.
you can't give us a sneak peek of who it is or anything.
I'm not going.
I'm playing.
I'm not going to give that away.
Yeah,
She would probably kill me.
Huh?
She worked very, very, very hard, and these are full-on, full pro studio shots.
Yeah.
She got in full band uniform, the whole 9 yards. Probably one of the best up-and-coming bands out of Sweden that's come out of there in about 5 years. So
Yeah.
I am truly, I'm speechless. Really, I
Yeah.
am.
And that's difficult for you, right? To be speechless?
Yeah, a little bit because I like to talk, and that which is part of my thing. It's like when I do my shows, when we do shows,
Yeah.
everybody always complains about how I never stop, but I'm always going. I'm always trying to meet people. I'm always trying to get to know people because without them, I can't do what I love to do.
Exactly.
I appreciate everyone who supports this magazine, who puts up with my tags and my posts, and because I always tag about 30 people, and they put up with me. They don't shun me. They don't put me down for the way I live or what I like, and that's important.
It's actually because the magazine is good. I mean, it's great. It's beautiful. It's spectacular. It's one of the best that I've ever seen as far as visually.
Everybody says that, and when I first started this magazine, I looked up. I was already a part of the scene for years, and as far as online and looking at things and looking up models and looking up different things in the lifestyle and stuff like that, I didn't actually come out public until about 3 or 4 years ago. Because my private life and my personal life, I always kept separate.
Yes.
But due to a certain event that I decided to hold, which we'll be talking about later, it thrust me out there in front of everybody, out of the middle of nowhere, and it's been a hit ever since. So, hence, Dominate Me magazine came from that. So we'll talk about that later too.
Okay. So what made you create the magazine? How did you come up with the idea?
I was doing what a lot of people may or may not know. I was doing a show, an event called Dominate Me. I came up with the idea for the event, for the name. I brainstormed a bunch of different ideas. I laid in bed till 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, just trying to come up with something that would be different, something that would catch people's attention.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to forget about the dominant side of the lifestyle, but I didn't want to forget about the submissive side of the lifestyle. So, and submissives are like the key. They're the most important part to me, because when you're submissive, you're giving yourself to someone. You chose the dominant to be with. The dominant didn't choose you. You came out there and you may have talked to a bunch of different doms in different events or at different gatherings or anything like that. But when the two click and she says, that's the one who sees inside me and knows what I want.
Yeah.
That's when you have something special, and it goes above and beyond a regular relationship, which a lot of people, should learn, because if people knew more about that, then they would understand exactly why we live, why we do the things we do, and why we like doing the things we do.
Yeah.
So, back to the event, I laid around rolling in bed night after night after night, and lo and behold, it just kind of worked with the music, the dominant side, the submissive side, and it all rolled into that name. So I was like, that's it. At first I thought it was kind of corny. I was
Mhm.
like, I don't know, but it's the best thing that I could fully wrap my head around and make it what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So when I did that, I said, okay, we're going to call it what it is. And without any checking or anything, I called up the Drunk Horse Pub in Fayetteville. I
Mhm.
said, hey, I want to do this. Man said, we can do it. We've done lifestyle events before,
Mhm.
and booked it, and boom, and it exploded.
That's good that you do have a place, a venue that's willing to work with you. Uh,
Yeah, they did a really good job. The problem was I'm not using the DHP anymore,
mhm.
not because it's a bad venue,
Yeah.
but because it's a full public venue. And
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I was asked by a lot of people in the lifestyle, would you try to find a private venue?
Yes.
I said, I have looked, and I have looked,
Mhm.
and there just isn't any with a $20,000 or $30,000 sound system that a band can
Sure.
play through.
Yeah.
So, you tell me where there's a private venue with a full sound system, and we'll do it. I don't care if it's in Charlotte, if I don't care if it's Virginia, South Carolina,
Really? Okay.
and nobody could come up with any.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, we'll do it at the DHP then.
Mhm.
And it got some criticism for
Mhm.
being and I fully understood. I fully knew that that was coming, but it was the only place I knew to put it.
Mhm.
And they always did such a good job with
Mhm.
the way they let me host it, the way they let me I brought my own security in. They let me bring my own security in, and they provided security too. They
Wow.
provided the bartenders, they provided the sound, they provided the everything that I needed.
Mhm.
They even provided tables for vendors to use. If a vendor didn't have a table, they're like, here, we got a table for you. Here.
Wow.
They did a really good job. Paulie, who owns the Drunk Horse Pub, was fantastic. But, I had to get away from public venues, and now I have found a private venue to put it in where you have
Yeah.
to have a membership. It's still public, but it's also private because you have to have a membership to get in the door.
Yeah.
So
That's
that's
so
how
exciting.
that's how Dominate Me magazine came up, because in the time of me trying to find a venue
Mhm.
and separate from the DHP where I could book a show, I was like, okay, well, we'll take all the contacts I have, all the photography I have, and I'll get a hold of a couple people.
Mhm.
And by February, I had Latte Lave on the cover from the Netherlands. I've had Danny Devine on there from
Yeah. I
England.
know. Yes.
I've had Sabian Demonia on there. I've
Yes.
had Elegy Elam on there. We've had some of the top people in the fetish modeling industry on there in the first year.
For sure. Yes.
And if you think that's something, wait till you see what I got for the rest of the year, because my covers are already booked out through December.
Really?
They are all the covers
Oh
are already
wow.
slated and scheduled through December, and actually through January as of yesterday.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
January is going to be it's going to kick off the new year with something very, very, very special.
Oh.
So I have to finish that out, but it's already slated. I talked to them yesterday. It's a full-on agency that's going to contact about 8 to 10 different entities in Europe.
Oh
And
wow.
we're gonna put together an entire conglomerate just for the magazine for 2021.
Oh my God, that's so exciting.
It's gonna be fun.
I know. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
So yeah,
Do you have a
the mag-
favorite issue?
do what?
Do you have like a personal favorite issue?
A favorite issue.
Okay.
Uh
One that's close to your heart.
the Latte Lave cover was really special because number one, it's my favorite color. It's in purple.
Mhm.
Number two, it was my very first interview for the magazine. And
Mhm.
so it took me a long time. I don't like to write questions. Like if you talk to a model, if
Yeah.
you look and read interview questions that a model gets, how did you start modeling? Where was your first runway show?
Mhm.
What's your favorite event? When do you like going to these? Are you slated to go to this event next? They always ask general questions.
Yeah.
Whereas me, if I was to ask you an interview question,
Mhm.
I would look at you and I would say, Mistress Lydia, you've been in the lifestyle for a very long time. And
Mhm.
you have done some extraordinary things. You've even gotten a new dungeon now. I said, I would go, now that you've gotten your dungeon and you've gotten yourself together, what is your next big goal that you would like to see come true when it comes to you and your lifestyle and the way you want to do things? That's like one whole question.
Yeah.
All see, because I do a lead up to the question and
Mhm.
then I ask the question. And when I ask questions, I want it to be in detail.
Yeah. And that could take like an hour to answer that one.
I have gotten some amazing answers from some really good because like I would after I would get done because it would take me like 2 hours to do a full 10 question questionnaire. When I would get done, I would look at it and I'd be like, there's no way in hell they're going to answer these questions.
Yeah.
There's no way they're going to do it. But 9 times out of 10, they send me back some really, really great questions.
That's good.
Other issue that is my favorite is the last one that I just did.
Yeah, that was spectacular.
The our issue that I just released
Mhm.
has Ludovica Martir in there.
Mhm.
I've been following her in Italy since she came out in 2000, like 2016, 2017, with
Mhm.
her BDSM erotic clothing designs.
Yeah.
Full leather, full jewelry on the leather. And they don't use, I mean, like real crystal stones.
Mhm.
And not only are the stones really crystal, real crystal, but rather than using studs or chains or anything like that, she uses gold in her
Oh,
adornments. And
oh, wow.
the chains that lead from her collars and her cuffs on her wrists,
Mhm.
they're all gold.
Wow.
So when you sit down and you look at this issue, especially since Lady Jane is in there, because Lady Jane is like one of the top sought after dominatrixes in all of Europe right now.
Mhm.
And she's also one of the top models sought after by designers right now.
Yes.
She just did, I hope I pronounced his name right. She just did his full introduction line for Patrice Cantazaro.
Mhm.
And I mean, she is amazing. So to have her in our magazine with Ludovica Martir's designs in Italy, it's incredible. Verna Vinoir from Vinoir Latex and Amidala wearing Vinoir Latex from Italy. And because Italy went through so much
Mhm.
from the virus and this issue came out, it kind of pulled me in a little close because I got to talk to them. I got to hear about how things are going in Italy. And I'm friends with them on Facebook, so I get to see their posts and I get to feel, what they feel,
Mhm.
going through this. So, it makes it really special when you put together an issue like that.
Yeah.
And it's got Judas Priest in it.
Yeah.
For my Priest fans out there, I got to have Judas Priest.
Yeah,
And
me too.
it's their 50th year anniversary. So to get their PR to send me that stuff was really, really awesome. And they sent me the full package with the poster inside,
Wow.
all the write up, the tour poster, which tour's postponed, obviously, but I got all that in the magazine, and that was really awesome to have that in there.
Mhm.
So everybody, don't forget, this is also a heavy music magazine. If you're a metal fan and you're a lifestylist, this is your magazine.
Yeah.
This magazine has everything in it you could possibly want.
And a lot of the people go hand in hand. I didn't realize how many people in the heavy metal community are also into the lifestyle.
That's something like, I know there's a lot of techno music and a lot of EDM music that's associated with the lifestyle. I know that. I'm a metalhead.
Yeah.
There's got to be more than me out there.
Yeah.
And, you know, once I started doing this, I mean, I did my interview yesterday and talked to Sub Rosa Dictum, and they were like, I don't understand why more of this isn't done.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't either.
Yeah.
Because it works in my events. And the events are incredible. Everyone comes out there like, everyone who's ever come to my event will tell you the atmosphere is totally different than any event they've ever been to.
Yeah.
Like, I get that the DHP was dark. It had a dungeon feel to it. The metal made it interesting. The music was different. I brought in different acts. I brought in Edge of Paradise from Los Angeles, California.
Oh, wow.
To play one of my events. I mean, they literally built their whole tour to get to this show.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
What a lot of people don't know is about that show. They built their whole tour from LA going all the way across the country just so they could come down to North Carolina to do that show.
Nice.
They did 2 dates to do that show, and I paid them for 2 dates to do that show.
Nice.
So it was really incredible to have them. They did outstanding. Edge of Paradise is always one of my favorites. They're actually, because of a lot of the promotion and a lot of shows they've done, they've become very popular. Well, along with the shows they've done in Maryland, they've become very popular on the East Coast. Yeah. And now they're signed to Frontier's record label, and they just got back from Europe, touring in Europe.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, we can build relationships doing this with music and lifestyle.
Did you ever think that it would get, this far, that you'd be building relationships with these people?
It is not hard to build a relationship with them.
Yeah.
I make it easy because I want people to, I like people. I like getting to know people. I like stepping out in front of people. I like walking up and saying hello, because in today's age where there's so many scam artists, people taking advantage of people beating up on people, everything, there's got to be someone out there who can go, how you doing?
Exactly.
You know, how are you? And it's not just how you do. It's like, how are you doing? You know, what are you doing? How are you doing? And once you establish that, then it makes it easy to build relationship with people, because then they understand, this is where you're coming from. He's not coming from a bad place. And that's important.
Definitely. So have you learned any lessons from the beginning of the magazine to now?
Yeah. First of all, when you're doing these magazines, it's very important. And I started the magazine out this way, but it's very important to have your release forms signed.
Yes.
Because you have to have these people's permission to show their face in your magazine. Yep. If you don't have that release form signed, then you cannot do it. And so I won't do it. And that's one of the things that I always brought to the table from the beginning, being a photographer myself. The other lessons I've learned is to not count my chickens before they hatch.
Yes.
I've sent out a lot of interviews and not got a lot of interviews back. And I'll be like waiting until the last day before I put this thing out, because I can stay up all night and do it if I have to.
Yeah.
I mean, I can literally cut, copy, paste, redo sentences, the whole 9 yards. I have no problems doing that.
You have no problems pulling an all-nighter.
I will do it. I mean, all-nighters are nothing for me.
Yeah.
I can take a 5-hour energy shot, down it with a Mountain Dew, and freaking go to work. I got a pack of cigarettes to take a break from. I can do whatever I need to do.
That's dedication.
but I need to have it. And
Yeah.
a lot of times I'll be scrambling trying to find material. And so, there's been times I've had to go, okay, we'll do this. And I'll do my research. I'll throw something in real quick and make a write up, and it comes out great.
Yeah.
So, you can't count on interviews coming back all the time. You can't, and deadlines. Deadlines sometimes can be very hard to meet. The very first issue I said was coming out January 1st.
Yes.
It's a little bit more difficult learning on your very first issue, not knowing where, this has got to be here, this has got to be there, this has got to be the format, that's got to be the format. And it takes some time learning that format. So it was 4 days late getting out, but it got out and it did great. Cohen the Butcher's amazing. She did a special shoot just for that magazine when it came out. We've had a lot of models do special things. Paula, there's a model called Paula of Sweden. She's going to be with our June issue. She did a special shoot to be on the cover, scheduled a special shoot.
Oh, wow.
We've had a lot of special where people have stepped up above and beyond. And it's not like this magazine's been around forever. We've only got 16 issues out.
That's crazy.
We've only got 16 issues, 16 months worth of issues. We've already hit 13,000, almost 500 followers on Instagram, over 10,000 likes on Facebook, almost 3,000 followers on Twitter. We have a full-on website, fully paid for, from sexsecretose.com. Velo Isison on Instagram, follow her because she has been truly amazing to me.
Okay.
Fully bought the domain, allowed me to put the website on there, gave me full reign to do whatever I needed to do. And so for that
was awesome.
For that, you're going to see me post a lot of Velo Isison and Sex Secretose from Peru in my magazine.
Yeah.
And if people don't know what sexsecretose.com is, please go to it. You're going to find the most exotic, erotic toys in the world. Stainless steel, rubber, like specially designed rubber toys that are absolutely fantastic.
Oh, is that the flogger that I saw online?
No, we're going to get to that just a minute.
Okay, go ahead. All right.
We're going to get to that in just a minute. But sexsecretose.com, you are going to find the...
Spell that for me.
It's going to be sex secretose, like secretose, but secretose.com. You are going to find the most exotic toys in the world there.
Okay.
And their shops are the most luxurious shops that you are going to find in South America.
Really?
The most we're talking about red velvet, gold adorned furniture.
Nice. That's my favorite.
I mean, this is like the most beautiful furniture in the world.
Really?
Like the most exotic setup. I wish I had pictures that I could just flash in front of y'all.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't see them on my phone, but it's just the most amazing shops I have ever seen. And her layout is the best. I've never seen a shop look this superb.
Yeah.
And so I'm very lucky to know her, very lucky to have her and be able to speak to her on a daily basis. A really special person. Please go follow that website. They're so awesome.
How about your website, Dominate Me Magazine? What's the URL to that?
All you have to type in is go to Google, go dominatememag.com. That's all you have to do. It's straightforward, simple. The website is straightforward and simple. The old magazine had a bunch of different, you had to tap this and go to that, go to this, go to that, read this, scroll here, go there. I was like, this is way too complicated.
Yeah.
After a while, I got to looking at, and the writing was way too small to read on your phone. I was like, okay, we're gonna scratch that. We're gonna do this whole website over again. And I went to GoDaddy, We made a simple, very, very, very simple website.
Yep.
It's a simple scroll down website. The buttons say push here. I mean, you can't get more straightforward than find out here. And once you hit it, you're there.
It's good.
You don't have to scroll nowhere else. You hit find out here, and it takes you to secretose.com. DamesNation.com has been a big supporter. They've sent us videos for us to use on Twitter. They've made us our own video to promote with each and every issue.
Yeah, they've made me some too. They're very, very good. Yes.
DamesNation.com. Check them out. They have every single Dame in the world that has a registered site. Yep. They have it on their website. And once you go to those Dames websites, they tell you exactly what they expect. Before you even write them, they're going to say, this is the deal.
Yeah.
You have to do this, 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 and this, and send me an email. And it goes from there in order to schedule with, and because you've done the same thing. So, I mean, that's what you have to do. You have to go through the checks and the protocols before you go to make an appointment, because there's a lot of crazy people out there.
I have stories that I could have a whole show on. I was thinking about even making webisodes and using anonymous names of crazy events that happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And another company I want to I'm gonna push a lot of people throughout this.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't even know how many people have stepped up for this project. I mean, it's not just the shows. I mean, this magazine in particular, we have dedicated photographers who send dedicated photos to us. They do special sessions just for this magazine.
Wow.
We have a new dedicated writer, Zarina Zulueta from Spain.
That's awesome.
Accomplished author. We have you. You send us the most amazing BDSM beginner articles for beginners to build from. You'll say, what do you want? And I'll be like, let's do pet play.
Yep.
Let's do, and you sit down, and I mean, I've seen you do it. You have it to us in 2 hours.
Yeah.
At one time you were like, I have it to you in 2 hours. I was like, okay, whatever. Boom, it's there in 2 hours. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, just right from experience. So I just, try to do it that way.
Yeah, it's incredible. So when you have that kind of chemistry with these people, and like Karina from Spain now, she's an accomplished author. Her book is amazing. I'm fixing to have our book. I'm going to get some signed copies from her.
Nice.
And so at the event we're going to talk about here shortly,
okay,
I'm going to have signed copies of the book there. I want to have at least 10. So we're going to have signed books from a truly awesome BDSM author. And I'm going to tell you something right now from the story that's coming in our next magazine. It is not for the weak. It is not for the weak at stomach.
Yay.
I actually had to ask her to remove a portion out because
see, that's my kind of writing right there.
She stepped into a whole new world, and I was like, okay, this may be a little much.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
So I was like, and she was like, you know, I fully understand there's not a lot of people who will go, full on there. So whatever you need to do to touch it up, please. And she said, thank you for asking me. And I said, thank you for letting me. So, there's no way I want to put, all of that in there. But that's what kind of BDSM writer she is. She is not, this is not prettied up 50 Shades of Grey fantasy story. This is real shit.
Yeah.
And it's real. And
authentic, yeah.
It steps into the actual things of what people actually think about in the lifestyle. And so, sometimes you have to understand that when you're writing a BDSM magazine, you're also writing a music publication.
Yep.
So incorporating that, you have to keep things on a more general level. You can't just go, balls out talking about pegging and expect people to get it.
Yeah.
You just can't. And I understand it, and I'm not, I don't kink shame anyone. Whatever they want to do, whatever they love to do, by all means, have at it,
Yep.
and enjoy it and love it with all your heart, because that's the one person you're confiding in who actually does that for you, who actually gives you that experience that fulfills you. So please do it.
Yep.
But when speaking on a more general audience level, I have to call the shots. I have to make, adjustments, and I make those adjustments so that everyone can understand. Now, does that mean I make it all pretty and fantastical? And no, it's still going to be straightforward. But I can take out some parts that some people may not understand or quite get right off the bat. Because someone new who's just picking up the magazine, who wants to know about the lifestyle, you can't just throw it all in there at one time.
No. Yeah.
You have to build up to it. You have to learn to, and you can't kink shame anyone. You can't do it. It's not fair. It's really not fair. And I despise anyone who does that. I really do, because it's just not fair. So, if polyamory is your thing, by all means, enjoy it, love it. Just like slut shaming, people want to talk about slut shaming. Why are you gonna shame someone who loves sex? They get their enjoyment. They love being with someone. As long as they're doing it safe, sane, and consensual, that's all that matters. You don't have to just, shame someone because they like sex. It's wrong.
Yeah.
So,
it's very important to have a safe environment that you just feel comfortable, that you can be free and be who you want to be.
Oh yeah. Safety is important. You have to be safe. And especially now with everyone's got this, I get that everyone's COVID virus scared, and everyone is, social distancing like we're supposed to do. I get that. We're not going to be doing that forever.
No.
I am not going to. I will follow what I need to do. And then once all this is over, I'm going back. I'm going to be me.
Yeah.
I'm human. I am not a robot. And I am not going to sit back here and be someone's robot where they tell me what and how to be.
Yeah.
I'm not going to walk around with a mask on my face. I'm not covering myself. I'm not going to look like somebody out of Mortal Kombat. It's just not going to happen. I'm going to be me.
I went to the grocery store and everybody had their mask on. I just felt like I was in another world.
Exactly.
I don't know how to explain it.
So, we're going to get this past us. We're going to get this, we're going to get this disease behind us. And then we're going to learn from it. We're going to learn, it amazed me how many people learned how to wash their hands all of a sudden. Motherfucker, didn't you wash your hands before? So what is wrong with you?
That's pretty disgusting. Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden now you want to buy hand sanitizer?
And then buy up all the toilet paper? Come
They
on.
bought all the toilet paper, all the hand sanitizer, left all the soap in the world in the store. So we're just going to leave. We're not going to take a bath, but we're going to use up sanitizer.
Yeah.
But anyhow, that's a whole other subject. But as far as lifestyle goes, and this magazine, it's got a lot of things involved in it. The stories are really good. My hat's off to Karina for wanting to do this project and be a part of this project and push it forward. In return, I'm pushing her book. Everybody go to KarinaZulueta.com. Look up her book. It's an amazing book. She's got it in Spanish and English. So
what's the title? Do you know?
The Woman in Front of the Mirror.
Okay.
That's the name of it. I had to think about it because I've only seen it a couple of times. I've been busy with interviews and all, and I have pushed her book, but it's a lot of people. I pushed it last Monday, and I had 5 people buy it.
Really?
And one of the people who bought it came back and said, I love this book. So, and when someone in the lifestyle tells me they love this book, then I'm going to say it's a good book.
Yeah.
Because I trust her, because I've known her for a long time, and she's never lied to me before.
Mhm.
And I don't think she would lie to me now, being the country girl that she is.
Mhm.
So when she says it's a good book, it's a good book.
Yeah. I can't wait to read it. I can't wait to read her articles.
And
You got me
you can
so
download,
excited.
I mean, you can download the book. Is 267 pages. It costs $3.99 for Kindle.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, you can download it to Kindle for $3.99, and on Amazon. You can look for it on Amazon, and download it to your Kindle. Read it on Kindle. You don't even have to pay the full $12 for the for the actual book. You can download it to your Kindle and read it.
I still like the hard books, don't you?
Yeah, this digital crap, I still buy it.
All right.
That's for the kids, man. I still buy CDs. I still buy CDs for bands.
Do you?
Yes. Oh yeah. I just had a CD come in a couple months ago from a band from Sweden,
Mhm.
and it's one of the best CDs I've bought in about 3 years.
Really?
So, yeah. But you know, I'm getting off subjects here.
Do you have anything secret in the works that you want to tell us about?
Secrets. Well, the secret got out last Monday and it exploded. I booked a show, another Dominate Me show for November 7th, 2020.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to do one anymore.
Yeah.
I had gave up on it, to be honest with you. I told everybody I wouldn't do it. Along with the rave that it also got a lot of criticism.
Yeah.
And it kind of pushed me back, and I had to step back away from it and take a breather and look at things and figure out how to do things better. I'm not quite sure I'm there because I don't want to change the format. I like the band BDSM demo setup.
Yeah.
The cool part about this show that is different is it is at a new venue, private venue. It's going to be called Dominate Me Fetish and Masquerade Ball 2.
Yeah.
Exactly what the very first one I ever did was.
Yeah.
The only difference this time is it is a full-on BDSM glow party.
Oh, God.
Heavy metal glow party. They have a house DJ already. I don't have to hire a DJ. They have a full house DJ who understands how to DJ.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get a playlist that has remixes of metal songs so that we can still kind of keep a dance feel in between sets or what have you.
Yeah.
But also still keep the metal element involved.
Yeah.
I've not gotten any bands yet because it's really too far away for band commitments just yet. Although it's doing pretty well, so I may as well start. Because it exploded like crazy, which is what I did not expect.
Yeah.
I didn't expect anyone. I figured here we go again. He's going to do another one. Here we go.
Reeled you back in.
But no, I expected a very lukewarm. I expected it to be lukewarm. I did not expect the gratitude and the extent that everyone gave me. The amount of excitement that people gave it, the amount of enthusiasm, the shares, the invites on the first day.
Yeah.
I didn't even have a lineup for shit. All I had was a flyer, and the photo.
Flyer's hot.
That is Serena Romvessen. Serena Von. Okay, look, I'm not going to get her name wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not, because she is truly incredible. And the reason why she is I'm about to tell you once I get her name right, because I'm not going to fuck this up, because her name is very long and it's very it's difficult to pronounce. So
Yeah.
it's got a very long spelling. So Serena von Rombessen.
Okay.
I got her photos for the February issue of the magazine, and they are Irish One Photography, who is a dedicated photographer to this magazine, does an outstanding job.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when he does a photo shoot, he uses full-on light meters, and
Yeah.
the light meters will tell you the exact tone of what that photo is going to be in almost a 360 dimension, and
Oh,
he can
wow.
actually set up his lights for perfect lighting, and his editing is spectacular. So when I got the photos from the February issue of her, I was trying to think of, first I had to make the decision to do the show. Then I still hadn't fully made the decision. I said, hey man, I'm thinking about doing a show. Can I use this photo for a flyer? And he was like, are you kidding? I was like, no. He was like, well, go ahead. And I was like, okay. So
Awesome.
I sat down. It took me about 18 hours to do that flyer, because I went through about 4 different photos to try to come up with a good color combination, because it's what I do. I don't want a shitty flyer. I've never done shitty flyers. They've always taken me at least 4 to 6 to 8 hours. So to do 18 hours on a flyer, I mean, the last time I did that was when I did a flyer for the guitarist for Shinedown, when I did his show for Gary Kuroda that he booked in Charlotte. It took me 18 hours to do that one in 3 tries too. So when I did this one, it took me the same amount of time. I poured everything I had into it with all the new editing tools that I have, because it's what I do, and came up with all the colors and the settings and the logos, and put it all together. And I was like, when it got done, I was like, I guess it's got to happen, because it looks too good not to share it.
And the glow party idea is cool. I like that.
That was the bar owner's idea, Carrie Cohn.
Really?
This is a lifestyle club. They have drag shows in this club.
Yeah.
So, since they have drag shows in there and lifestylists already, and she's into lifestyle too, it only seemed natural to put it there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So with the flyer, with the new show and the show coming out, that's one big surprise. I don't really have any other real big surprises right now. I'm just very focused on the magazine and this show. So the magazine as it comes, big surprise. Okay, everybody wants to know a big surprise.
Yeah.
I got a big surprise. Playboy's photographer, JC Smooth, doing our July cover.
Really?
Yes. He's
wow.
done a full interview that we're doing. So that's going to be the July cover.
What?
For now.
That is going to be hot.
Now, with COVID-19 happening, it may throw off a lot of photographers' schedules.
Yeah.
So as of, and I've been messaging him off and on, and he's still committed to it. So as of right now, JC Smooth, look him up. You can find him on Facebook. And especially look him up on Instagram.
Okay.
Instagram is the hottest Instagram on Instagram. So
really?
look up JC Smooth on Instagram. That's who's going to be doing our July cover. And it is going to be a lifestyle styled cover. It's not going to be some bikini model. It's going to be real, and it's going to be awesome. So I've been told. So that's a big surprise coming in July.
Perfect.
So I'm really excited about that one. That one's going to be really special.
What about the flogger that I saw on the Twitter feed?
Okay. We have, as of today, Dominate Me has, now this has been building up, and I've been making announcements and saying it's coming. But as of today, it's official. We have full, how do I describe this in a way? Okay, we have full luxury paddles, whips, and floggers coming from Holland, the Netherlands, from Atelier Slagworks, or Slagwork Atelier, Slagwork Atelier. You can look them up at slagworkatelier.com. These are the finest materials you're going to find in Europe. They are made out of stainless steel and full Italian luxury leather.
Nice.
They're all handmade from scratch.
Mhm.
Each and every one is handmade from scratch. Now, the floggers come in 80 centimeters and 60 centimeters. If you don't know how that translates, 2 feet and 3 feet.
Mhm.
And we're gonna have canes. Our canes are going to be made out of stainless steel, graphite, and bamboo.
Nice.
Our paddles are going to be made from the same Italian leather. Our slappers are going to be made from the same Italian leather.
I'm gonna have to buy every single solitary thing. You know that, right?
How big's your bank account?
How big is somebody else's bank account that's gonna buy it for me?
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
Now, see, we know where that's going.
Yeah.
So you're just going to have to talk to some handy submissives about that.
Oh yeah.
But they're not going to be cheap. They are luxury items. I mean, these are not something that you're going to find on the average website
Yeah.
or in the average shop.
Mhm.
They're going to be custom made and the way that the logos are done on the paddles and the floggers with the stainless steel. They are not stickers.
Mhm.
It is laser etched on a lathe. And our logo is really the only, I mean, I asked him today, I said, is our logo the only one that has a custom logo? And he said there's only one other entity that has a custom logo that has their own branding with us. And that is Zensis.nl out of the Netherlands. They are a very, very, very fine luxury BDSM style shop.
Mhm.
And one of the finest shops in Europe when it comes to buying BDSM implements and tools and stuff like that you want to use. But we in America, we're the only American branding that has this with their own logo in the United States.
Wow.
Period. And we're the only entity in the United States that sells their product. Period.
Mhm.
So that's pretty awesome.
Wow.
Um, so I'm gonna have them coming next week. He told me they're supposed to be here in 6 days. He's keeping track of everything. And
Mhm.
so you're only going to be able to get it through our website on our store. And
Oh, wow.
and something else that I've got coming is we have Dominate Me. Now I tried this before, and I went real general with it. I did Dominate Me t-shirts and booty shorts and thongs and tank tops for the Dominate Me shows when they first came out.
Mhm.
And they did pretty good. The design was good, the logo was good, and people were excited about it. But I'm creating our own clothing line.
Oh, wow.
They're not going to be stickers. They're not going to be embroidered. They're not going to be even like, what do you call screen? They're not even going to be screen printed.
Mhm.
They're going to have full custom made iron-ons that are going to be made from a custom company that makes stickers. But these iron-ons are going to have clear backgrounds to them. So when you put them on the clothing and you iron them on, the way the letters are designed and pressed, they're going to stretch with the clothing. And then when the clothing bounces back, they're going to bounce back with the clothing.
Nice.
So, and each one, they're going to be one size fits all. Now I get that one size fits all doesn't always fit all, but it's the best I can do.
Yeah.
With the budget that we have. And so the clothing is going to be, right now it's stuff for the ladies right now. I don't have any t-shirts done yet.
Mhm.
T-shirts are very expensive to invest in.
Yeah.
Found that out early on when I
Yeah.
spent about $600 worth of shirts, and I only sold about $345 of them, and I was left with a whole bunch of t-shirts.
Do you have a t-shirt press, or you did
No,
it through a company, right?
I did it through a company.
Yeah.
And they did really good. They were laser done. They were what they call laser embroidered,
Hmm.
so that no, you could wash these shirts 5,000 times and it wouldn't wash out
Nice.
because it was lasered into every single fabric in the shirt.
Oh, I got you.
So
Wow.
it was laser colored into the fabric of the shirt. So, and
Mhm.
that was really, but they wound up going out of business. So, I couldn't use them anymore.
Yeah.
I was stuck with a whole lot of shirts. And so I kind of got rid of those.
You got rid of them.
So I had to, because once I started the magazine, it was a whole different logo, a whole different name. So
Yeah.
I scrapped everything and started over. So I got rid of about $300 worth of shirts
Oh, wow.
in the trash.
Hmm.
I still got one for myself.
You do? Good. You gotta keep something.
Yeah.
But what happened with the fetish awards, the UK fetish awards?
Oh, okay. We're
So-
still nominated.
Okay.
UK Fetish Awards are still there. And they're still doing it. It's rescheduled for September. And the thing about the UK Fetish Awards is, number one, it's the biggest fetish award show in England. In all of England. It's the biggest fetish event in England. And first of all, to be a part of it was totally amazing.
I know.
To have the magazine nominated was amazing. Marquee and a lot of the and kink queens, they have a lot bigger following than we do.
Mhm.
So for us to even be a part of it, I was like, fuck yeah,
Yeah.
let's do this. And I sent them a bunch of promotional stuff, and they added all of it in on their website. Everything looked beautiful.
Mhm.
And so because of COVID-19, they had to reschedule.
Yeah.
It's still going to be done in England in September, but we're not going to know who wins until September, because they do it like a big award show.
Yeah. I
They do
know.
it an actual award show.
Yeah.
They have hosts. The club is freaking the most beautiful club I have ever seen. We got invited to go, red carpet, the whole 9 yards, free tables, everything. But obviously it's expensive to fly to England, and I don't have the budget to do it right now.
I think you'll end up going.
Next year, it's in the works.
Yeah.
But something special that I do have, I have adult lifestyle film artist Alexa Weiss
Mhm.
is going to be accepting for us.
Nice.
If they call us up. So she's going to come up and collect the award and do a little thing for us.
Yeah.
And she's going to be decked out and dressed out. Everything is going to be fantastic. So she's going to accept the award for us, and I'm very excited about that.
Mhm.
I can't even remember the club right off the bat, because it's been a while since I looked at the event.
Mhm.
But because like I said, it's been postponed. I've got a lot of other things to work on. But it's a very awesome award show with a lot of big names from all over England that's going to be there. So to be a part of it's pretty fantastic, and to be recognized is pretty fantastic. And we may not win. I don't expect to win. I've never won anything in my life, so I don't expect to win. I can say there are a lot of people, someone may be watching this right now, who voted for us. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, because I can't do what I do without you. And you bring everything. You make me push harder. When people cast a vote, share a link, share the magazine, you make me work harder. You make I because of everything everyone done, I invested another $700 in graphics.
Oh wow.
Make this magazine even better this year. So, you know, to say I'm making money off of it, if you look at everything that's invested, I'll never get it back.
Yeah.
But I want to do it because I love to do it. And
But
when
it's an investment. Yeah. Hopefully, you know, in the future, you know.
we push hard,
Yeah.
you write amazing. Karina writes amazing. These models are coming out of nowhere saying, I want to shoot for your magazine and schedule these shoots and do it. It makes me go, I've got to do better.
Yeah.
I've got to make the logo better. I've got to make the presentation better because I'm not doing these people justice. And so even though everybody said it's the best covers they've ever seen for a lifestyle magazine, I'm like, I'm going to make it better.
Definitely.
I'm going to step up and make it better.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what. So to everybody who voted for us for the UK Fetish Awards, everybody who sat back, shared and shared and shared and shared and pushed and pushed and pushed.
Very much thank you.
I'm speechless. I can't say it enough.
Yeah.
This is a very difficult project, and I spend anywhere from 100 to 200 hours on each one.
Yeah.
And so to have people do that, it's I can't say, there's nothing I can do to say thank you enough. Other than come out to the show November 7th, I'll hug you and buy you a beer.
Oh.
All I can do. But I mean,
Yeah.
we're gonna have an awesome show in November. And
Yeah,
thank you
I can't
for voting for the UK Fetish Awards. That's meant the world to me.
Yeah.
So whips are coming, clothing's coming. It'll be on our shop, dominatemag.com. Go to it, buy our issue there. It's you can't miss it. It's the first thing you're gonna see. You're gonna see the issue, you're gonna see the button. So if you want it, it is there. It's a bit pricey, it's worth it. Top models in the world, top lifestyle photographers in the world. You're not gonna find better anywhere in the world than what's in this magazine.
Are you accepting new submissions for models and writers?
We always accept submissions for writers and models. Dan Hutchins helped kick this magazine off when it first started. He was an amazing writer. He said he wanted to write, and he wrote for it. He did fantastic.
Yeah.
And so anyone who wants to submit a writing, all I ask is that you do it in Word so that the English is right, because it's very hard for me to do a lot of proofreading.
Okay.
I'll go through it, but I'm probably going to go through it a paragraph here, a paragraph there, and a paragraph. I may not get a chance to read all of it. I'm going to go through, look for English, look for elements that pertain to the lifestyle. And then if it reads right, if the proper protocols are there and I read them and they're there, and the safe, sane, and consent part is there, and I read that and it's there, then what I can say is that it will definitely go in, and it will be something that that I'll use, and if I have to, dig up a photo here or dig up a photo there to make it more interesting for you so that you can have a really good article. You can submit any writing you want to. You can submit through our website. It's probably a lot easier and a lot easier to remember to submit through dominatemag.com.
Okay.
Or you can submit through the parent company of the magazine, which is HF Music and Media Group at gmail.com. That is HF Music and Media Group, all one word. And it's written just HFMUSICANDMEDIAGROUP, HF Music and Media Group at gmail.com. You submit your story there or through the website. I will read it. I will look at it, and then if I say you might need to work on your English a little more, or you might need to go more in depth here or there, or if you're submitting something about a concert that you went to, I probably won't use it because everybody has their own experiences with concerts, and
Yeah.
Everybody interprets a concert differently, whereas lifestyle is based on certain topics that people like to know about or want to know about. So,
Do you have any requirements for like the models? Are there any prerequisites to them submitting?
let me do the writing first. I want
Okay.
to touch up on the writing a little bit more. I want your story to be interesting. I want it to come from a standpoint that everyone can understand.
Hmm.
And I want it to be a good topic that hopefully someone may not know about.
Yeah.
So if you got like an interesting story and you want to submit, you can go to those two entities and write it out and submit it to us. Let me look at it, and I will write you back. I always write everyone back.
Oh.
So I want to make sure everyone knows, even if they can even message me if they can't remember everything. By all means, we're all over every single social media major platform on earth. If you
Yeah.
need to find us, find the social media and look for our name. You'll find it.
Yeah.
And Instant Messenger works on all of them. So you message me and I'll answer you back.
Oh, nice.
Model submissions. When models submit, here's the thing. This is where I have to be more critical. And luckily, I'm a photographer and I'm handy at Photoshop and graphic work and everything. So I know what I can look for.
Mm-hmm.
I do not accept selfies.
Mm-hmm.
This magazine is not for Insta models.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for you and your Apple iPhone. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be critical. I'm not trying to say you're not beautiful. I'm not trying to say that you're not worthy of it in any way, shape, or form. That's not where I go at.
Yeah.
We have models from all over the world, from as far as Japan, who shoot with professional photographers. They take their time. These outfits, these latex and fetish outfits are expensive.
Oh yeah. Super
Latex,
expensive.
custom made latex outfit, custom made, averages $200 per outfit. Average
Oh, easy. Yeah.
$200 to $400 a piece.
Easy. Yeah.
Sometimes it costs more because they want black latex leggings with red latex bodice and a black latex bra or shirt or shorts or bodysuit. That stuff is custom made to your measurements and it's expensive. They custom and then they write me and go, hey, I want to shoot for your magazine. And then they go and they hire a photographer. So why, and they spend their money and do all this.
Mm-hmm.
So why am I going to accept a selfie from an iPhone?
That's understandable.
I mean, I get your editing is probably fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Your filters are you probably purchased them and made them look spectacular. No doubt in my mind. That does not make you a professional photographer.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you set an iPhone up. Now I have had iPhone and I knew they came from iPhones, but I know that professional photographers also know how to use Photoshop.
They do, yeah.
And so an iPhone photo is not a bad photo, when they've been touched up and look spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen that and I have accepted those.
Okay.
But I am not going to accept your ancient Android S5 picture that you took that looks like it's got more static in it than it does picture of you. It's just not going to happen.
Of course, yeah.
So, I'm not trying to be a hard ass. I'm not trying to be a dickhead.
You have to have standards.
But I have to have a standard because these people spend hard-earned lead singer from a band.
Mm-hmm.
I said, hey, I would like to put you in the magazine and do an interview.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, okay, what would you like? I said, whatever you got. I don't care. Even if people on social media have already seen it. I'm pretty lenient about that. I'm probably the most lenient magazine out there because most magazines won't take stuff you've already posted.
Yes.
Now, quite frankly, I'm not a big fan of it either.
Mm-hmm.
But if I see, if it fits and I see it fits and it looks good and it goes with what we're doing,
Mhm.
you know, I've done it before. I'll do it again. I have no problems doing it. I have no problems working with people because sometimes you cannot afford a photographer, tomorrow. You just
Mhm.
can't do it. So if somebody's got something they want to submit, I'm all about it. And, I'll take it. But for the most part, these people spend hard-earned money. They go through a lot of makeup artists, hairstylists, sometimes the
Yeah.
whole 9 yards. These photographers are not cheap. They're world renowned. They're known all over. Anywhere from Balmy to Nikitso to, I can go on and on. Canadian Fetish Photos, outstanding photographer, coming to our October issue cover. Amazing photographer. Love the guy. He's outstanding. He's a dedicated photographer. He spends his hard-earned time and money doing this. The people he photographs spend their hard-earned money on the lifestyle doing this. If they want to be a part, I'm not going to accept a selfie.
Okay. And you'll also need the release form that you spoke of before, right?
Once they send the photos, I have a real release form. This
Okay.
release form is written. It requires your name, the model name you want to use, your link to your popular social media sites,
Mhm.
and on top of that, you have to get the photographer
Yep.
to sign the photo release form and give me his social links.
Yep.
Because what I want to do is I want to make sure that not only is your name there, but also your social media, because I want people to know where to find you at.
Yeah.
I'm just not here to say, hey, Danny Devine's in this issue. Okay. What else? You got to have some social media so that you can, because if you don't have any social media, you can't. I don't make money on this.
Mhm.
So if at least share, when you're in, I'm going to make you everything.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you promo sheets. I'm going to send you a cover to magazine, your promo sheets with your photos that you submitted, all Dominate Me stuff. I'm more than likely going to send you a full digital copy just for being in it, because you spent your money and time to be in it. So
Yeah.
I'm going to give back. All I ask is that people share it so that their fans can see it.
Yeah.
We're here to build a product. We're here to make a product special for people, something different, something that has a different element. Because, like I said, nobody incorporates metal music into the fetish scene like we do. Nobody does.
Yeah.
Not every single issue.
Yeah. Not at all. I've never seen anything like it.
There's no other magazine in the world. Underneath the title at the top, it says the only fetish and heavy music magazine.
Yeah.
It is. I searched long and hard for every single on the internet for days, trying to see if anyone else had that before I put it on there. No one else has it. Every single issue, day in, day out. You buy this magazine, you're getting a heavy metal magazine, you're getting a BDSM magazine. That's
Yeah.
what it is from start to finish.
Speaking of heavy metal, do you have a favorite band?
Okay, you're gonna get me in trouble. I'm going to name a
I don't want to
few.
put you in trouble. Yeah, I do.
I'm going to name a few because I can't say one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Because I go back to the 80s.
Yeah.
I'm an old asshole. So being an old asshole, I grew up back when metal was when it appeared.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to know when metal appeared. That's how old I am. So
So silly. You're not old. You're
I'm older than God, near about. I mean, when the tablets came down from Moses, I'm pretty sure I was standing there when they came down.
You
But,
got me snorting. Oh Lord. Okay.
but anyhow, so when I go back, when I have to say favorite metal bands,
Mm-hmm.
I have to include Iron Maiden. I have to include the older Metallica stuff, because when I was growing up, I mean, I was listening to Master of Puppets when I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
You know, everybody else was running around calling it Satan music and blah, blah, blah. No, this Metallica was my shit then.
Yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne, Metallica, Iron Maiden, Motley Crue.
Motley Crue, that was my first concert I ever went to.
I'm gonna commit a bit of heresy and say Bon Jovi, because I'm a Richie Sambora fan,
Yeah.
because he's an amazing guitar player.
Yep.
I play guitar and write music and sing too. So
Do you?
yes.
I didn't know that.
So with Richie Sambora, I got a lot of my beginnings of what. That's a different subject. We'll go there some other time.
Okay.
But anyhow, old styles: Bon Jovi, Metallica, Iron Maiden, Ozzy Osbourne, Skid Row, all the 80s stuff.
Okay.
Now though, it's different, because now music has it's been like a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has taken and put in their own style of art, just like they do in the lifestyle, into their music.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone in the lifestyle is different.
Mm-hmm.
The cool thing about the lifestyle is it can be what you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And in your relationship, you can make your relationship be the way you and your submissive or your dominant, however your dynamic fits. You can make your dynamic be the way you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same way as music. You can make music be what you want it to be through your own self-expression in the way you feel.
Yeah.
So metal music has branched like this tree, and it's became this really big tree with all these different branches of all these different people who make their own music special for them and to fit an audience.
Mm-hmm.
Audiences can branch just like you can branch in the lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're sitting in this metal tree, you can listen to the wind blow through this band or the wind blow through that band, and you get a sense of where that artist is coming from. So now that metal has branched, and us metalheads got to live through the ugliness of the grunge phase. Okay.
Don't get me started on that.
I despise grunge with a royal. If I like Pearl Jam, I'll tell you I'd rather go take a shit than listen to it.
I love that. That is awesome. That's how I feel too.
I mean, Alice in Chains is about the only grunge band I can listen to, and that's because they were more metal than grunge.
Yeah.
But no, now we have bands that actually have taken the what we used to call growing up death metal and thrash metal.
Yeah.
They've crossed it over into the radio friendly, and they've created these what a lot of people like to call new metal.
Yeah.
Or those types of bands, your Parkway Drives and your Bring Me the Horizons and your you know, I can't. There's a lot of bands I listen to all the time, every day, and I can't branch them all out.
Yeah.
So in that genre, I like those bands: Bring Me the Horizon, Parkway Drive, amazing bands. My favorite genre, though,
Mm-hmm.
is symphonic metal.
Really?
And the reason why I like symphonic metal is because it takes the magic of the symphony and puts it the magic of classical and symphony and adds sophistication to what used to be bands playing in loud music halls to drunken serenades of beer and drugs, sex. Well, what symphonic metal does is it takes it, and it's like walking in to a concert with a glass of white wine.
Yeah.
That's what symphonic metal is. And I like sophistication. I like luxury. I don't live a luxury life. I've got champagne paste and a water pocketbook just like anybody else does. But I can at least pretend And if
Yeah.
I can pretend, I'm going to. And so my favorite symphonic metal bands: Nightwish, Delane, um, Camelot, a brand new band that I absolutely love, the most amazing singer in the world, will make you cry when you listen to her. And it's going to sound like kind of a hokey name, but they're called Ancient Bards.
Ancient. Say it again.
Ancient Bards.
Okay.
I was listening to them right before this show.
Mm-hmm.
They got a song, very simple name. It's called Light.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to that song, it tells you about basically no matter how dark it gets, if you look for it, you're going to find the light from it. You're going to find your light, and it's going to pull you out of that darkness from where you are.
Yeah.
So, Ancient Bards is a really good band. Delane's a good band. Nightwish, Camelot. I can go on and on with that list too. And even now, like Frontiers Records is my favorite record label right now.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of bands that have 80s tastes.
Mm-hmm.
They still have a lot of 80s bands on the label, like Bullet Boys from Los Angeles.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Oh yeah, the Bullet Boys is on there still. They're still playing. And there's a bunch of 80s bands that are on there too. A lot of 80s artists that were once in bands are now in other bands that are part of bands on that label, and they still have that sound. So if you go to Frontiers Records on YouTube, you'll see all those you'll learn about a whole new genre of bands,
Mm-hmm.
and a whole new branch of bands that you're absolutely gonna love.
Oh,
So yeah,
how about
music is a big part of the magazine. It's not an overwhelming part of the magazine. It's kind of secondary to the lifestyle and to the fetish lifestyle, BDSM lifestyle. It's the second. I kind of call it the second half.
Mhm.
You got your first half, your major, your boom, what you're looking for, and then the music is the second half, because the music is a part of my life too. And so I kind of fashioned the magazine after my two loves, my passions for what I love, and that's where it came from.
I mean, if I'm just a heavy metal fan and don't know much about the lifestyle, it still would be a good magazine to get.
It's a good introductory thing.
Mm-hmm.
And what it does, and it's overwhelmingly female.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's overwhelming. So it has this objectification, which I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, I've put male models in the magazine.
Mm-hmm.
I have put male.
I remember.
I have, and I had a male, not just model, but male model artist on the cover last year with Vince Voltage.
Yeah, I remember it.
Vince Voltage is one of the top photography artists in Europe right now.
Mm-hmm, my favorite.
And to have him, now nobody bought it.
Mm-hmm.
because obviously overwhelming we have a male versus female fan base.
Yeah,
I will put a male in there in a heartbeat. So you male models out there who want to be in this, if you're a male fetish artist or male fetish model and you want to be in it, I put male dominance in the thing.
nice.
I had Mr. Graybeard in there last year. I've had male dominance in there. If you get a professional shot done and you have 4 or 5 together, you want to put them in there, by all means, you can submit them. Any male fetish model you want to be in there, if you want to submit, if it's professionally shot and it looks, just because someone's got a camera doesn't mean it's professionally shot.
Yeah.
And people need to understand there's a lot of camera holders too.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a judge of that. So, but any males that want to be in there, I'll put you in there. I'm not sexist in any way, shape, or form. I'm not out to make this a sex magazine. This is a lifestyle magazine.
Yeah.
If you're in the lifestyle, you want to be in it. I don't care if you're doing a pet play If you're a male doing a pet play scene for a dame and it was professionally shot, if it looks good, I'll put it in there.
Yep.
If you sign a release form, it looks good to me, I will put it in there. So I do not discriminate in any way, shape, or form for any part. I support all groups. We are 100% support LGBT community, 100% supporter of the gay community, 100% supporter of all communities. We integrate everyone.
Yep.
So for those of you who think this is just a female model magazine, that's just what we get.
Mm-hmm.
And it's mostly because females like to have their picture taken.
Yeah.
From my standpoint, don't you dare take my picture. Do not take my picture.
Oh, come on.
I do not like my picture taken. I've had my picture taken because I do shows and people want to have their picture taken with me. And I like doing my pictures with them. But I am not going to go to a studio and
boudoir photography.
No, I bought a camera for a reason. That's to be behind me. Not in front of me. I'm behind. That's where I want to be. So, I understand when males sit back and say they don't want to have their picture taken.
Yeah.
And so we don't get a lot of it. There are some that have submitted. They weren't quite up to snuff. And I told them, and I was upfront with them, and I said, it's not quite there yet.
Mm-hmm.
But if you will, if you keep working at it, keep pushing at it, get your numbers up on your social media, get you a session, get you a session or two. I'll put your name out there. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Jimmy Jack Corn and I don't care and that's your model name. I'll put just, give us something that looks good, is fabulous to put in, and we'll do it. I love it. I love pushing people.
Do you see all the comments on here from Joyce Banks?
No, I can't see them. I'm in the stream. I don't have the.
Okay. Yeah, and she was replying that she likes the Scorpions and she loves the magazine and your email address and who else? Nadasha Brown.
Yeah, she's in. I messaged her earlier, and there's a few more people. We had some people light up on Instagram and said they wanted to come in.
Yeah,
and we got us some attention. Got you some attention, which is important because I want you pushed too.
Yeah.
For those of y'all who do not know, this is a professional dominatrix, and she has some really cool shit for you.
Thank you.
And she loves to do it. Literally loves to punish you.
I do. I love it.
Wants to punish you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you really if you want to bow down to someone, if you want someone that's going to do it and treat you right and do it right, that's the one for you right there. Here to take the cost. Her writings are incredible. Her mindset is absolutely spot on. And the way that she does things, the way she stuck behind this from the beginning. I mean, message me on Twitter and say, "Hey, I want," and I was like,
"Hey,
okay, who are you?" So when I first started out, I didn't know anyone that really could do it. I had followed a few of y'all on Twitter for a few years, but it's hard to ask people to do something for nothing.
Oh yeah.
I know I do it. I do it. I don't make hardly shit.
Mm-hmm.
I make this is the way this works. For those of y'all who think I make a profit off of this, this is the way this works. MagCloud makes the profit.
Yeah.
They charge by the page, and they charge shipping, and they charge for the ink. They charge per page, including cover, back cover, the whole 9 yards. The way it's glued together, they charge for that. Because I could just have these magazines stapled together.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I want this to be a high-end magazine that's respected. This is not a comic book. I don't want it to be a comic book, and I don't want it to look like a comic book. When you buy a Dominate Me magazine, you are buying something that is beautiful, that can be put on your coffee table.
Yeah.
If you're a lifestylist and you have lifestylists over, they're going to come over. You're going to get the brightest colors, the most beautiful people in the world, the most professional people in the world, and some of the most luxurious people in the lifestyle from anywhere in the world. That's what you're going to get. And
Yeah, so a lot of my clients get your magazine and they love it. So I've heard nothing but good things about it.
it's a labor. It's hard. And sometimes I get in a rut
Mm-hmm.
and it makes it difficult to push, which is part of the reason why I redid the logo,
Mm-hmm.
because I got bored. And I got bored with the same thing over and over, because I think I have a little OCD in me, a little bit of perfectionist.
Not bad though.
And so with the way these titles do, and with the more tools I buy, the more fun I have.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the time I'm investing for myself, just to give me stuff to play with while I'm putting this thing together for you.
Yeah.
So that everyone gets a beautiful top-notch mag. This is not a magazine with a logo and a pretty chick.
Yeah.
This is a lot of work.
Yeah.
And very hard to do.
Just kind of back to the music and I guess heavy metal. Do you have any mosh pit stories? I'm
Okay.
just curious.
I carried my daughter to a show
Mm-hmm.
at what used to be the Rock Shop in Fayetteville.
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone knows what the Rock Shop is, the Rock Shop was one of the nicest music venues in the whole entire state.
Mm-hmm.
And was one of the few venues that had dual stages. Just give me 1 second.
Yes, you may. No,
I've been talking a long time.
I'm having lemonade.
I wish it was a beer, but I kind of quit drinking. So
Yeah, mine's lemonade.
yeah, I can see that. But that's a dark lemonade. So anyhow, yeah, okay. But anyhow, the Rock Shop was beautiful. It had 2 stages on each side, but everyone mostly used the stage on the right.
Yeah.
And I carried my daughter to a show, and it was a really heavy show. And but she wanted to go. It was all ages venue, so I carried her. And it got insane. It freaking daggone. It was going. And I was trying to block Anna, because those of you who don't know my daughter, she's kind of tiny.
Mm-hmm.
She's not the biggest person in the world. I'm not either, but she's not the biggest person in the world. She's like 4 foot nothing and weighs less.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
so anyhow, she's very tiny, and the mosh pit was getting out of control, and the guys were getting really big, and they don't just mosh now. For some reason, they like to do this high karate chop kick now, where they like drop kick each other. And
oh Lord,
it was getting crazy. Now, for those of y'all who are going to criticize me, I don't go to mosh shows. So if I don't know what it's called, please, don't track. All I know is it looks like a funky high karate chop that y'all are doing. And you're doing these roundhouse swing arounds like you're going into a manic fit. That's not the mosh pit I used to know. We used to just kind of bump into each other and knock each other around. Y'all are like swinging like you're like blind boxers, okay? I mean, I don't know what the fuck.
MMA.
Really, I don't know. It's like blind MMA swinging in the air. I don't know what that is. But anyhow, they were doing that, and it was knocking everybody around, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And what happened was me and Anna were at the edge of it, and this real big dude kept going around. And when he would go around, he wouldn't hit the people inside. He was hitting the crowd, and it was shoving me into Anna into the stage, and it was going to hurt her, really going to hurt her. And so out of the blue, this humongous person, like could make 5 of me, saw what was going on and stepped right in front of us. And when this guy came around, she knocked the pure piss out of him. It was hysterical. I thought I was going to fall slam out. And she knocked the pure piss out of him. And when she did, that changed the whole sense of what a mosh pit was going to be. Because everybody just kind of backed away from that whole outside edge and they stayed more on the inside. But it was pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, good for her.
Oh, yeah. Because, I mean, I got my camera in my hand because I'm taking pictures. I always take pictures at shows, except my Dominate Me shows. And we'll get into that later. But I have my camera in one hand. I got my left hand rocking my daughter. It's not exactly, I'm not going to take an $800 camera and hit somebody with it.
No.
She politely obliged and punched the shit out of him. And, you know, I reckon he woke up from his drunken kind of manic MMA, I'm swinging at the world for no reason state. And so, you know, he kind of got out of it. But that was like one wild mosh pit story that I got.
Oh, I love it.
So, anyhow,
So how do you get involved in the BDSM? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm just going to give my hats off to these guys right here.
Yeah.
They make killer freaking metal t-shirts. Salisand Clothing is awesome. Go see Cohen the Butcher on Instagram. Go see Salisand Clothing on Instagram and Facebook. They will hook you up with some awesome metal clothes.
Can I see it again?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
SALOHCIN.
Okay.
I guarantee you won't ever have a guest do that before.
I know I'm trying to be very, very good and not as bad as I usually am.
So, I mean, but yeah. Another thing about my shows that when you come out to my Dominate Me show in November, for anyone who's watching, leave your cameras in the car. Do not bring them in the venue. There will be no cameras allowed in the venue. There will be no pictures on cell phones allowed in the venue. I will have security there. And the security that I have there is lifestyle oriented. They know exactly what to look for and when to look for it.
Yeah.
And they're ginormous.
Yep.
I mean, we're talking 6'5", 400 pounds.
Yeah.
They're ginormous. And one of my security guards who comes, Sarge McIntyre, he knows exactly what to look for. And and I guarantee he's taller than you. He's going to see you and he's going to tell me. He's going to get you in trouble. And
Yeah.
I do not want you to get in trouble.
Yeah.
If you get in trouble, I may ask you to leave. And so
That's awesome.
there's a lot of people who live this lifestyle for a reason. And there's a lot of people who live this lifestyle who want to keep it to themselves. They come out because they want to enjoy it. They do not want the whole world to know what they do. So if you ever are in a venue or at a lifestyle event, do not bring your camera.
Yeah, I've been to several and none of them.
Especially if you're new, do
Yeah.
not bring cameras to lifestyle events.
Yeah.
It's a surefire way of getting your ass beat,
Yes,
or at least escorted out of the building.
for sure. Yeah.
So, I mean, I say ass beat. I say that lightly as a joke.
Yeah, I know.
You will be asked to leave.
You'll be asked to take that. Don't come back.
Yeah, you won't be asked back.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, that's just a lifestyle lesson for lifestyle events, including my events. Please don't bring your camera phones in and take pictures with your camera phones, because I'm going to give you one strike because you're new. And let's say you weren't there when I made the announcement. You came late because you wanted to be, you know, Hollywood and be fashionably. So, you know, you want to come in at the last minute to make your presence known, which is cool.
Grand entrance.
The one thing I admire most is when someone comes to a show and they stay from start to finish. They come in, they support every single artist who's there. From the time you walk in the door, let's say the show starts at 8 o'clock. Doors open at 7:30. You come in at 7:30. You don't leave till the bar closes.
Mm-hmm.
That's someone who supports every single artist. They've given that artist someone to play for. They've given that artist someone to pour their heart out to. And that's important. And it doesn't matter if it's lifestyle or not.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's a musician or a lifestyle artist or someone who's trying to share something of the lifestyle. When you come in and you support them from start to finish, you get there early. You know, that's important. Especially if someone is teaching a seminar.
Yeah.
You're not stepping in the middle of the seminar. You've missed the whole seminar. So, you know, come early, come prepared, and come knowing what to do.
Yeah.
At least knowing what not to do.
Exactly.
So, you know, don't bring your cameras. Don't
grab on people.
Do not come if somebody's got a collar on.
Yeah.
If you touch that collar, know that dominant is going to freaking pretty much tell you that you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So some simple lifestyle event rules when you come in. If you don't know them, don't bother them.
That should be an article.
They will come to you. If they see you as inviting to them, they will come to you. You don't have to go to them.
Mm-hmm.
Most people in the lifestyle are pretty friendly and they're pretty accepting for the most part. So if they come to you and you ask them a question, 9 times out of 10, they're going to give you a good, honest answer.
Mm-hmm.
Now there is, everyone has their own personality. There's a smart ass in every bunch. There's an asshole in every bunch. There's nice people in every bunch too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if you don't know something and if you can't find anybody to answer your question, come find me.
Yeah.
I will stop for 5 seconds. It may be 5-second explanation. That's probably all you're going to get out of me because I'm busy, but I will answer your question.
Mm-hmm.
So just rules, tips, lifestyle events, leave cameras alone, leave couples alone, follow your protocols, and do not if they're not your mistress, don't address them as your mistress.
No, I hate that. I hate that with a passion.
Do not address them as your mistress. Ask them how they want to be addressed, and they will tell you.
Exactly.
They will tell you, do you like to be called lady? Do you like to be called mistress? Do you like to be called my lady? They'll ask you, and they'll tell you.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. It's not hard. Just use a little bit of thinking when you come in, and most people will answer any question that you want to answer.
How did you get started in the BDSM fetish scene? Like, what?
Okay, now that's a 2-part question. How did I get into
like when you were just starting out? How did you get into the BDSM lifestyle?
Okay, it's always been a part of me.
Yeah. Okay,
now what it takes is, and it goes all the way back to my high school annual. It's in my high school annual.
Nice.
I mean, it's in my. They said, what do you want when you get? Who do you want to marry when you get? I said, I want a woman with leather and chains. And that's exactly what's in my annual. I swear to God, I could.
Love it.
If I could go get my annual is put away, but if I could go get it, I'd show you.
That's awesome.
I mean, ever since I was 17, I've known,
Yeah.
or before then, but I met someone back in 2000, and she was very lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
She was more role play
Mm-hmm.
than anything else. For those of you who don't know and you want to know, role play is when you take on a total different persona to live out a fantasy. And so it's what she liked to do.
Mm-hmm.
She taught me how to do it. Little did I know that I could be good at it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I was a good liar growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Because being a good liar, you become a good actor.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just an analogy. I'm not going to lie to you when I talk to you, but maybe. But,
never.
No. But
Amen.
no, she liked to take on different personas, and she liked to challenge me with me matching that persona. You know, so like it would be a different. I'm not going to go into any details or anything like that.
Yeah.
But that one detail that she did teach me how to do was consent, non-consent.
Yeah.
And that was a main part that taught me how to, where your safe words were.
Yeah.
That's where she taught me where the safe words come in, because consent, non-consent is not
Oh, you
very.
have a safe word? I don't
Um,
have a safe word.
me?
No, I'm playing. That's what people say to me all the time.
Um,
I don't believe that. So.
Actually, being my Sado side, I have been known to bottom a couple of times every now and then,
Yeah.
and I've only bottomed to one.
Hmm.
She treats me good,
Yeah.
treats me right, and she always checks on me. She's 100% fair,
Yeah.
and she beats the hell out of me,
Hmm.
and she checks on me in the process, and it works.
Yeah.
She is incredible, and I've done it at my shows. I have bottomed twice for my shows.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I've become my own event host who took a beating, and it's very liberating for those of you who don't know it. For those of you who are don't know where you stand,
Yeah.
or are new and don't know where you stand, I recommend experimenting. Read up, read into, and think about who you are. Look deep inside yourself and know who you are, how you were brought up. Think about the way you were brought up, and think about the way you think you want your life to be.
Hmm.
Because when you do that, then what happens is you start finding out where your persona starts to go.
Yeah.
Do you more like being told what to do, or do you like telling people what to do? Are you a leader, or you can start with the simple basics? Are you a leader, or are you a follower?
Yeah.
Because once you define that, once you figure out that, then you start molding into the things you like versus the things you don't like.
Yeah.
And then you can find someone, like if you're a follower, you can find someone that you want to be your leader.
Yep.
You look at it in that way.
Yeah.
You can look at this lifestyle in a bunch of different ways.
Hmm.
It's all in the way that your mind works.
Hmm.
So,
And
but I got into
do
it.
you have a love life interest?
Yes, there you
Like
go.
I'm whispering. Do you have a love life interest?
I'm gonna leave that one alone right now.
All right. I'm gonna be quiet then.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave. The reason is because I keep my private.
Yes, that's understandable.
And because I like to keep my private.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Mhm.
So, if you walk into a room,
That's what I like.
if you walk into a room and you could have a theme song playing when you walk into a room, what would it be?
Parkway Drive, Vice Grip, right off the bat. If you haven't heard that song, go listen to it.
All right.
Dominate Me Mag also has a YouTube channel. All you have to do is look up Dominate Me Mag online. Look up Dominate Me Mag online. You know what you're going to find? A whole lot of metal. And you're going to find a whole lot of lifestyle. Some lifestyle you may like, some you may not like. But if it's on YouTube, obviously it's PG-13. So you'll be able to find it. And there is you had to be age appropriate for some of it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the very first, on one of our playlists, I call it the loudest live playlist in the world. And the very first song on there is live from Wacken, Germany, and it's Parkway Drive, Vice Grip. And that is an amazing in your face, kicks off right off the bat. And if I had to walk into anything, that would be my song.
That's awesome.
Because that song kicks ass as soon as it starts.
Yeah.
It's like the guitar starts playing, and you go, okay, this is fiction to get like, okay, because it starts out as a solo, and then all of a sudden it's like an explosion. The song kicks in. I'm seriously, even on the live video, it kicks off with this dynamic spark explosion that shoots
Really?
out into the crowd. It's amazing. If you
Nice.
haven't or if you haven't seen that, when after this, go to that YouTube channel and look at it. That's one of the most amazing live concert songs you will ever see in your life. And the way it's shot, it's from last year, 100% professional, about 40 different camera angles,
Really?
40 different cameras used to shoot that. So that would be my my walk-in song. So anyhow,
Let's see. It's getting. We could talk for hours and hours, right?
well, that's what. Yeah, I told you I'm long-winded.
I enjoy listening to you. Who's your favorite photographer?
Not gonna go there either, because I have too many dedicated photographers to the magazine, and I love their work.
Yeah, they are so good.
Each work that they do is their own, each individual style. You wouldn't believe how different styles are. Photographers are just like artists. They have their own style and their own way they shoot and their own way they edit. And so the ones that we have to dedicated for ones like MBJ Photography, Canadian Fetish Photography, Irish One Photography, KJW Photography, Genzo, the alt project. Genzo runs the alt project. He shoots a lot of heavy rubber latex fetishes. If you don't know what a heavy rubber latex fetishist is, basically it's someone that walks around, they're covered from their heads all the way down to their toenails in latex.
I love it. Yeah.
You won't know who they are. They're going to look like a giant rubber robot.
Yep.
That's what they look like. And
they do.
They are true, probably to me, as far as I'm concerned, probably some of the most hardcore fetishists you will ever see. Because number one, it's the most expensive. Yeah. Number two, it takes the longest to get in and the longest to get out. And for anyone who's ever wore latex before, that shit's hot.
It is very hot. Oh my God.
And your body does not breathe.
Yeah.
So when you sweat inside of latex, that's where that sweat stays.
Exactly.
It's brutal.
Yep.
And so heavy rubber latex fetishes, my hat's off to you. I couldn't do it. There's no way in this world I would survive what y'all do. So, y'all are incredible.
If you could tell everyone in the world one thing, what would it be?
Be you.
Be you. That's good.
Be you. Look who you are, accept who you are, and then project that and be real when you do it. Don't just, I got to say something right quick. I'm not trying to get on a tangent, but be real. Don't sit here and become friends with someone and then go and talk shit about them to another friend.
Oh God, no.
I see a lot of that. And I see a lot of it in the lifestyle too, where someone will come up and be your best friend here, but then walk over and tell them about how much they hate that person they were just talking to.
Yeah, I don't like that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be you, be real, be honest, and be upfront.
Yeah.
When you do that, when you project that to someone, they automatically know whether you can be trusted or not.
Yeah.
Do you want to be trusted by people, or do you want to be hated by people?
Yeah.
You sit back, you take a look at yourself, and you figure out who you are, what you want to be, and project that and be real to someone. You're going to get way more friends. Way more people are going to accept you for who you are. And they're going to accept you and like you. More people that are going to feel you are going to accept you than you being, fake and just a shameful person.
Yeah,
There's no reason for it.
I agree.
So be you.
I want to play a fun little game before we leave, okay?
Okay.
So, you know Mad Libs, right? I know you know that. Come on.
Oh, fuck me running.
You know Mad Libs?
Yeah, I said fuck me running for a reason.
All right, so I made up my own story.
Oh boy.
So, what's a noun?
Oh fuck me.
What person, place, or thing can you think of right now?
Drink.
Drink.
No, that's a verb.
No,
It can be used as a
unless
noun.
you have a drink that you're drinking. Yeah.
Soda.
Okay. And then a verb ending in ing.
Ing.
Yeah, like jumping, running, fucking,
Painting.
painting. Okay.
For those of y'all who think I'm gonna get naughty doing this,
Yeah.
I'm already what y'all to know right now is I'm gonna be different. So I'm gonna think of something different.
Oh. How about another noun?
Dildo.
How about an adverb? Something ending in ly? Delightfully.
Yeah. Hang on, I gotta think of something really good. Dreamily.
Dreamily. Okay. And a verb?
A verb. Fingering.
And another verb. There's not much more left, but another verb. What did you say?
Pushing.
Pushing. Okay. Okay, and a noun?
A noun. Shoestring.
And the last one, a verb ending in ing again.
A verb ending in ing again.
No.
No.
I'm plain.
Uh,
I'm dirty.
Licking.
Licking. Okay. All right, so I'm going to read the story now with your words. Once upon a fucking time, there was a soda who enjoyed painting every goddamn minute. There was an evil dildo who wanted to dreamily finger her on the first date. They said the first date is for getting to push each other. The couple never married, but they did give birth to a shoestring who became the Antichrist. So the moral of the story is keep your legs. What was the last one that we said? Keep your leg, the verb?
Licking.
Keep your legs licking. I can't read my writing. Did you like it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so creative, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So is there anything else that you want to let everybody know before we say goodbye to you, which I don't want to, but
I've pretty much told everything that there is to tell about my whole entire life in about 2 hours. So
I know. Thank you so much for all of your time on this.
Oh, no problem. Just please go to dominatememag.com, check it out, look at it. Hopefully you like something on there. The merch store will be open soon. Our whips, our clothes are going to be on there. Event November 7th. It's on a Saturday in Fayetteville, the Red Monkey Lounge. You cannot forget that name to save your life.
I will be there.
All you have to do is remember November 7th, the Red Monkey Lounge. You don't have to remember the Dominate Me name, but the Red Monkey Lounge, that's the funniest name for any establishment I've ever in my life. So if you don't remember nothing else, just remember Red Monkey. November 7th. I'm going to the Red Monkey. I don't know why, but I'm going November 7th.
I'm gonna go find a red monkey in Fayetteville.
There we go. And just Google it, and there you go. The ticket link is up. It's in the Facebook page. I don't have it everywhere yet, simply because I'm not trying to push it really hard right now. And next magazine issue comes out first week of May.
Yay.
Gold cover issue, very heavy music issue. And it's probably going to be a little bit thicker,
Mm-hmm.
be a little more expensive than what I've had in the past.
Yeah.
But what you are getting are custom, one-time only photos of one of the most popular singers in Europe in metal music coming out of Europe right now.
Yay.
So that's going to be a very special issue. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you pick it up because I am killing myself to make sure it's perfect.
I know you are.
I know she's got a story coming. Karina Zulueta's already sent me a story. It's already going in. I've already done hers.
She's already got her story in?
I've already wrote it. I'm done with her stuff.
Really? Okay.
She sent some. I'm going to put it to you like this. The one coming out in May, you better be 18 to buy it.
Oh, it's gonna be juicy.
It's probably going to have the most skin in it of any magazine I put out.
Awesome.
So, yeah, it's just the way it worked out. I didn't ask for it. I never asked for the way people send me what they got, and that's what goes in.
All right.
It's professional. I put it in. I'm not going to cut anyone's art. Now, I'm going to try and be as liberal as I can. But with that said, I can't be that liberal with what I got. So, check it out. It's going to be an amazing, heavy, lot of music, very fucking amazing photography. Some of the most amazing photography I've ever seen. So come check it out. DominatingMag.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We got a blog spot. I'm not quite done with it yet. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
It's awesome. A great year ahead. Yeah.
A lot of work to do still. A lot of hurdles and a lot of goals yet. So, but we're working on it.
Sounds good.
Thank that lady right there for her writings. Thank you for supporting us. You rock.
Thank you, Mr. Michael Harris. You are the best.
You too. And I didn't mean to shoot you both the bird. That's not right.
We do that as a sign of love.
Yep.
All right. All right. Well,
Hey, and if you ever shoot me the bird, you better shoot me too, because I deserve it.
All right, will do.
All right.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show, and I will talk to you later.
Have a good night.
All right, you too. Bye.
Bye.